The question of what their favorite anime might have looked like if it had the money and animation of works like Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba has long been debated by Black Clover fans. Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King or Black Clover, Mahou Tei no can partially address the issue. The Netflix anime film takes advantage of the nearly limitless potential of that fictitious universe's magic system by crafting an engaging narrative with likable antagonists and amazing action scenes. Yuki Tabata is the author of the manga series Black Clover, which also serves as the basis for the movie. Although it takes place after the events of the final episode of the anime series, its narrative is not a part of the manga's primary plot. The main characters of the movie are Asta, Noel, and their friends and acquaintances as they battle four deceased wizard kings who have come back to life in order to destroy the Clover Kingdom and reconstruct it in accordance with their own vision. Here is all the information you might need to know on Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King's conclusion. Spoilers altered. Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King plot synopsis. A flashback to a time 10 years prior to the current events opens the movie. Conrad, the 27th Wizard King of the Clover Kingdom, is faced off against by Julius Novachrono, who is also the Grey Deer Squad's captain at the moment. Fugolian Vermilion, Marioliona Vermilion, Nozel Silva, and Kaiser Grandvorka are present, as well as a young Yami Sukihiro. Conrad can manufacture keys to open and close rifts using the magic known as key magic. Conrad can absorb anything he wants using the magic space hidden behind these rifts, including equipment, grimoires, and other people's power. As a result, he ranks among the most potent magicians in Clover Kingdom's past. The fact that he carries the titular sword of the Wizard King, the Imperial Sword, or Elsdocia, a weapon that was initially made by the first Wizard King, Lumiere, Lemuel Silvamillion Clover in some versions, makes him much more lethal. Julius shuts him away with the sword after seeing it is impossible to vanquish Conrad and take Elsdocia from him. Conrad's demise is announced to the world, and Julius succeeds him as the 28th Wizard King. Gets ready for his first duel against a masked figure, identifying himself as the Masked One on the day when Clover Kingdom celebrates the Triumph, a huge festival of magic combat celebrated once every 10 years. And Noel quickly realize that it is actually Asta who is hiding. After the Devil Trials, he was banished, but it seems he couldn't resist taking part in a competition, the victors of which frequently become the Wizard King, Asta's lifelong ambition. Conrad and his three new allies Edward Avalaché, Princia Funnybunny, and Jester Garandaros attack as soon as Asta and start their combat. After Julius was stabbed by Padali, Conrad distracted him, allowing him to break the seal. Then he revived Edward Avalaché, Jester Garandaros, and Princia Funnybunny, three past Wizard Kings. Edward was the 20th Wizard King, Jester was the 16th, and Princia was the 11th. All three of them lost their thrones. They were resurrected by Conrad because their core ideologies coincided. Now locked in his 13-year-old body, Julius is powerless against Conrad, who starts to steal magic from everyone nearby. Conrad's powers have no effect on Asta at all, so he starts the counterattack, and others quickly join him. Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King ending, does Asta defeat Conrad. Though it may be claimed that Jester is insane, the four enemies Asta and his friends and allies encounter in Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King are not among the unsettling and evil characters that inhabit the Black Clover realm. They were in one of the most influential positions in Clover Kingdom, but they were powerless to make significant changes. It appears that they lost their championships after making dramatic decisions. Julius brings Asta to Magic Tool Research Lab, Branch 0, where Nero has been developing a sheath for Elsdocia at Yami's suggestion. He hopes that Conrad can be sealed by the sheath. Conrad, however, is already inside the facility when Asta arrives, since he learnt about it through the memory exchange magic he stole from Marx Francois. Conrad is impressed by Asta's anti-magic skills and discovers a lot of similarities between the two of them, including the shared conviction that magic never dies. Nevertheless, Asta and the others are no match for Conrad. They are able to flee to a Golden Dawn emergency shelter before arrives. 10 years prior, Conrad utilized the Triumph Arena as a tool to steal other people's magic. To extract their magic, he kidnaps people like Julius, Yami, other magic knights, and ordinary citizens. Elsdocia was built by the first Wizard King to preserve the magic of legendary heroes and magicians for future generations. It contains the strength, knowledge, and a portion of the soul of each Wizard King since Lumiere. The sword and Conrad's powers work exceptionally well together. Conrad plans to use Elsdocia's ability to absorb a tremendous amount of magic power at once to combine the magic of the Wizard Kings with the magic he stole from the attacks his forces are carrying out across the kingdom in order to create a potent, magical force that will bring about a catastrophe that will wipe out the entire population of the kingdom. The power of the sword will subsequently be used by him to bring a few chosen people back. We subsequently learn that Conrad was falsely accused by the royalists, and that his wife and companions were killed, which caused him to turn into the guy who was determined to overthrow the ruling system. But when he invites Asta to go with him, she rejects him. This youngster has optimism in his veins like blood. He thinks that through working together and acting, society can be changed. The small town where Asta and were raised, Hage, is the setting for their pivotal conflict. Conrad and Julius had been to the hamlet before and had stood atop the fabled demon skull. Conrad needs to access a magic line that goes through the skull in order to set off the magical explosion. Asta uses Elsdocia in the end to beat Conrad while gaining abilities from all of his allies. Conrad then passes away and finds peace before rejoining his comrades. What happens to Edward Avalaché, Princia Funnybunny, and Jester Garandaros? Our heroes realize they cannot overcome Edward, Princia, and Jester if they are all present because they are nearly as strong as Conrad. The heroes resolve to take advantage of their numerical superiority. The likes of William Vengeance, Mario Leona, Jack the Ripper, Charlotte Roselay, and others escaped capture since they weren't at the stadium. While Mario Leona engages Princia one-on-one, William, Jack, and Charlotte set out to defeat the hordes of magical soldiers Princia summoned with her Legion magic. Jester used his barrier magic to build a magic barrier that Asta and Yuno are able to breach. Yuno saves Yami, Nozel, and Fugolian as Asta leaves to confront Conrad. They support Yuno in his conflict with Jester despite the fact that their magic has been significantly depleted. Different Black Bulls and Magic Knights battle Edward and his Ice Wedge magic in different locations. All three Wizard Kings are ultimately compelled to use their ultimate abilities in their individual battles. Those three also disappear from the mortal world when Asta kills Conrad, but not before honoring the fortitude, conviction, and convictions of their adversaries. How can Asta use Elsdocia? Is Elsdocia destroyed? Asta is the ideal foe for Conrad since he uses other people's magic that he has stolen, thanks to his anti-magic skills. To get the youngster alone with Conrad, William and the others devise a plan. Asta receives Elsdocia from Julius at a crucial juncture in the conflict, effectively making Asta the front-runner to succeed the current Wizard King. Asta doesn't possess magic, but his allies use magic, the manifestation of their aspirations and dreams, to assist him. Asta merges with Lieb, the devil in his grimoire, but one of his wings becomes magical and translucent, while the other is still dark and demonic. Julius claimed that because the prior Wizard Kings helped Asta, he was able to access Elsdocia. While Noel seems to believe Julius is making fun of him, it doesn't appear to be the case. Conrad's massive magic bomb is dismantled by Asta, who then uses Elsdocia to murder him. Elsdocia then shatter. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.